Okay, so let us now learn about zooming options. Okay, so there are many zooming options in AutoCAD because it is very useful. For example, in this steel industrial plant CAD drawing right here, as you can see, it is in Russian. So I downloaded this from the internet. So you can do that also. You can download many free CAD files that are available on the internet, and then you can explore how they did it. And yeah, so you have many options to learn about CAD. So okay, so let's say we want to, in order to zoom in or zoom out, yeah, there are many options. You just go to the navigation bar on the right here, and then let's say if you want to uh, see the full extent of this particular drawing, you just use zoom extent. So if I click that, as you can see, it zooms out to the entire extent of the drawing. Okay, so that is the use of zoom extent. Now let's proceed to zoom window. Okay, so zoom window, you will define a certain window. Okay, if say I want to zoom into this part right here, so I'm just gonna click and create a window. If I click on the second point, then you will be zoomed into that particular part. Okay, so let's try that again. If you want to zoom in further to this point part right here, so just create a window right there, and then you go there. Okay, so zoom previous will be the display of the previous zoom. Okay, so if you do that, if you click on that, so this is the previous, right? And if you want to go back even further, you can just click this again, and then there you go. Okay, and then zoom real time is just, you can just as you can see, the cursor here turned into a magnifying glass, and if you can just click on left click on the screen, and then if you move your mouse up, you hold your left click. If you move your mouse up, then it will zoom in, and if you move your mouse down, it will zoom out. So that's real time. Okay, then zoom all. So we've already explored the zoom all. This will be uh, the zoom for the limits of the drawing, right? Okay, so let's not discuss that anymore. Okay, so zoom dynamic. Okay, here we go. So zoom dynamic, you just define a window. Okay, here is zoom dynamic. Okay, so there is a window right here, and if you left click on this particular on the drawing, then you can move your cursor to whatever extent that you want, and then if you right click on it, then there you go. It's sort of like similar to the zoom window. Okay, so zoom scale. Okay, so zoom scale, enter a scale factor. Let's say I want 5 times zoom. Okay, so it automatically goes right there. Okay, so let's say right here, say I want to do that again, enter a scale factor, let's say 2. Okay, oh wait, enter a scale factor 2, and then oh, there was the very little movement, let's say 5. Okay, okay, so there you go. Then zoom center. Okay, let's try zoom center. If I click on this, enter a magnification or height. So let's say a magnification of let's say 3. Okay, hey, there you go. Okay, so let's try that again. And let's say if you want to center point of your zoom. So this is the difference between the previous one. So you can select a center point on the graph. Okay, so let's say I want to zoom into this purple area right here. Okay, and then I want to enter a magnification of 5 again. So if I press enter, then we will be directed there. Okay, so that is a zoom center. A zoom object. So you can click a particular object and you will be zoomed to the particular object. Okay, select objects, and then you can enter, and then you will be zoomed automatically there. So let's try it again. So let's say I want to select so those objects I want to zoom. Then if you press enter, you'll be zoomed there. Okay, so that is zoom object. Okay, zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so this is just so these are just basic zoom in and zoom out, just like it's basically just like using your mouse scroll, and then you can just zoom in and zoom out instead of clicking here. Just use your mouse scrolls, way easier. And actually the in my experience, the most frequently used zoom uh, tool is from the mouse. Okay, it's very accessible already. Your hand is already there. You don't need to click another button on any of these panels. So just roll your the mouse wheel forward, and then there you go. You zoom right there. Okay, so it's the most convenient out of all these zoom options. Okay. Okay, so let us also discuss panning. Okay, panning is simply just moving the drawing left and right. Okay, so this is like the 2D movement of the XY movement of the drawing, because the zooming is like the Z movement, like you're moving closer. Okay, so you can just use the span option right here, and then as you can see, the mouse turns into a hand, and if you hold your left mouse anywhere, and then you can move the entire drawing to the perspective that you want, or to the area that you want. Okay, and a very the simpler way right here is to, again, the mouse wheel. This is very useful. Just click the mouse wheel, because as you know, you can click your mouse wheel, right? And then if you click your mouse wheel, it automatically turns into a pan, the pan function. So isn't that amazing? Okay, so basically that's all for this navigation in this uh, lecture. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.